Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel today, and we are going to be doing a brand new Sims 2 speed build. But today, before we hop into this video, I do want to explain a few things. I've been gone for a very long time. If you all have not noticed, I've been booked, busy, sick, tired, and depressed, but I am back better than ever, doing the said dang thing, recording videos, streaming daily, and it feels nice to kind of get back into that groove again, but also kind of getting back into the groove of recording on YouTube. Now, if you don't follow me on Twitch, I stream every single day, and that has been taking majority of my time, but also I've been kind of a little bit, down the dumps of not wanting to upload because I've been so stressed out of like living by myself and having to edit and, making thumbnails and finding music and all the different stuff and figuring out what kind of content I want to make and what makes me happy. And to be honest, all the content that I've been making has been making me happy, but it's like, what do I even do, And so I definitely have taken that time to reassess myself, kind of step back, reevaluate, and get my life back on track. So let me just tell you a story about this house, because when I built this, it was 2 a.m. in the morning. I had just came off of like recording a 2-hour long like lo-fi chill beat type of music video that I was making, which is now out. If you want to go watch it, I will link it down below. But I had recorded a 2-hour long video of a sim writing and typing on their computer, just like, doing whatever, queuing up some interactions. Because if you don't know the lo-fi girl on YouTube, there's like this 24-hour continuous stream of this girl either typing on her computer, writing a book, sitting on her balcony, or, sleeping on her bed, or whatever it might be that they're doing that day, or whatever they're doing. And to be honest, I got very inspired by that video because I listened to that video stream every single day. It's one way to keep myself entertained and have something in the background for like background noise if I want to chill or relax, or if I'm doing like homework, because I'm still in school, by the way, or I went back to school because I wanted somewhere extra chaos in my life to just, change up the schedule. But when listening to that stream, it makes me so relaxed, and I kind of wanted to replicate that in The Sims 2, because there's this other YouTuber that I watch who makes a lot of Sims 4 like shorts and regular YouTube videos and Let's Plays, and they recently did a Sims 4 version of the Lo-Fi Girl, which I will also link down their channel and their video down below if you want to go listen to that video. It's like an hour long, but mine's an hour and a half, so you technically got like 2.5 hour long videos you can listen to back to back. It's kind of like nice to have like that nice background music. And I know that a lot of people usually listen to like videos, like either my videos or like streams in the background while they're cooking, working, or whatever it might be doing. And personally, that's kind of nice. So I thought, why not make a hour and a half long video of a sim typing with background lo-fi music and see what we can do. And here we are today doing the said thing. And I might just do one again, but in The Sims 3, because I'm that person who likes to be very nostalgic and make videos from older video games and make them like trendy. I don't know why. I just feel like they're just kind of fun to do. Plus they're very kind of relaxing. So at the end of the day, you might see a Sims 3 one in the next couple of weeks. And trust me, bestie, it's going to happen. And let me tell you, when I was building this house, it was the intention of making this like a set of different scenes that I could use for a video, and it didn't end up being that way. So I was like, you know what, let's make it a house and go with it and see what we can do. And I actually had a lot of fun building this house because it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. The bedroom and bathroom are all on the 2nd level. However, the kitchen, living room, office is all on like the 1st floor, and it's all open planned. Now, I'm not really the best at making open floor plan houses at all because I have no idea what to do. Plus, I don't know how to fill in that empty gap of space. Like, oh, there's an empty corner over there. Let me fill it in with a plant. Or I add a wall or a painting or whatever it might be that can like squeeze into that corner. Like, I do that all the time in The Sims 4, but in The Sims 2, I never really know what to do, because with The Sims 2, you're so limited on objects of all types, like windows, curtains, clutter, all the other stuff, but not unless you add custom content. However, I did not use any CC in this build, and if you want to download it, I will also link that download link down below. All the stuff is linked down below. I've got links for days. Best believe it, bestie. Links for days. But it's like, when I think about back about like around my roots of when I started YouTube, because I started YouTube back in like 2011, where I made a bunch of like Sims 2 like short films a lot with like some of my friends, and I made like music videos in the Sims 2 all the time. And it was that one game that kind of got me really creative when it comes to storytelling and being one day to be a director or a producer or write my own book or whatever it might be. I don't really know. I just wanted to make something fun and creative in my favorite video game, and that was The Sims. And I kind of want to bring that back again because I still have the old YouTube channel and I don't upload on there anymore. It's been dead for like 5, 7, 6 years. I don't know. It's been a while since I've like actually accessed that channel, but if you can find it, you can find it. I'm not sharing it what it is. If you know, you know. Some of you all know, but most of you all don't. But when I used to make all these like short films all the time, I used to make all like these different sets and all these different houses and make them all cluttered and personalized and crazy looking and just seeing what I can do. And I just had so much fun. And I don't know, whenever I play The Sims 2, it's like this newfound nostalgia and this like newfound like 8-year-old self, like really diving deep into like this creativity of doing what I want and making what I want and just expressing how I feel through video. And this is what I do. I make videos for a living and I share my expertise and I share my stories and I share how I'm feeling in videos like I'm doing today. Because at the beginning, I said I was tired, depressed, unhappy, and something else. But now I don't know. I just had to go through the emotions of things for a couple of days mentally, and now I'm better overall. How are you feeling today? I hope your day is going great. My day is way better because I've been taking breaks from streaming, from YouTube, social media, and it just feels nice. And you know what's so cool about like social media in general? It's like it's toxic, but it is really cool to share things. And when I go on there all the time, it's always so like nice and positive with the things that I see. But it's also fun to see like how well my friends are succeeding in life. Like all my friends are like doing so many great things. Like my friend Deli launched merch recently. My friend Kayla relaunched some new merch, which I have to say is really cool. Both of them are doing great. And I'm like, my friend Jessie's doing great things, tearing up her house, make a new thing out of it. Like everyone's just doing so many cool things. And I'm just like, I applaud you. I applaud you, my friends. You're doing great, besties. And it's like, wow, so many cool things are happening to cool people. And like I recently, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter or Twitch, but I recently announced that I'm a part of the AT&T class of 2021 with my friend Rochella and Momo Misfortune and It's Me Troy and a whole bunch of other streamers. But like, if you know those other streamers, they're really cool. But I got to announce that last week, or I think, was it last week? It might have been last week. I don't know. My days are all mixed up, but I got to announce it and it was so cool because I love AT&T as a brand. Like I've used to have their phone service and I use them as like my internet service now. And it's so surreal. Then like my internet provider wants to work with me for like 3 months. I'm like, okay, I wouldn't say no to that. Cause I mean, AT&T as a brand is way better than it was before. But now I'm like, okay, pretty nice. I see you doing things here in the day, doing things with gamers and YouTubers and streamers, and it's just wonderful. But at the end of the day, I think that it's going to be a very fun, surreal moment to experience, but also put on my resume of like, I work with AT&T, because everyone knows who AT&T is. If you live in the US, you probably know or have heard of before. And I have to say, it's going to be really fun to like work alongside with them and like also experience it with like my friends and newfound friends that I'll make through this program. So it's going to be pretty fun. And yeah, so if you don't follow me on Twitch, I will link it down below. It's just twitch.tv/SpringSims. And I don't know when I'm uploading this video, but if I'm uploading it on a Monday, I'll be live today at 6 p.m. But regardless, I'll be live every single day except Sundays because I don't stream on Sundays, but I do stream pretty much every single day, Monday through Saturday, except on Wednesdays, I stream at 10 a.m., but every day other than that, it's 6 p.m. Central Time. But you know what it is, life is full of ups and downs, twists and turns, and you just never really know what you're gonna do. But when I had the intention of building this house, I knew I was going to go off of my own experience of talking about AT&T and lo-fi music, and how those two things are one, cool and also relaxing, because I built this house thinking one sim could live here. They're very creative. They have all these like these new cool avenues of life, of painting, writing books, novels, articles, and just trying to like push the barrier of not doing not doing what they're told, but doing things that push them to their creative limit, or like pushing them to do their very best. And whether it's working out, whether it's painting for a living, whether it's, writing books or articles or making music or whatever it might be, they can do it to the best of their ability as long as they put their mind to it and show that they are trying and succeeding. And that's all that people need to know. Like, people do not need to be up in all your business. They just need to know nothing unless you tell them what's happening. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do to live your life and succeed the best possible way you can, whether you work a 9-to-5 job or whether you work for yourself, have your own business, whatever it might be. Just know that you're succeeding. You are succeeding in life in the best possible way. And that's all you need to know. Because all you need to know is that you are smart, you are kind, you are loved. And that's the tea, my friends. That's the tea, bestie. But I don't know. I just feel overly happy now that I feel rejuvenated with life. Because I got my booster like last week, or whenever you're watching this video. Like, I got my booster a couple of days ago, and let me tell you, it knocked me out. But after a couple of days, I feel way better, more like excited about life, and more like better. Like, my immune system and like my whole body just feels way better. I took a walk with my parents. We did like a 3-mile walk, or like 4 miles, 4 miles walk. It was nice. However, it was very cold. It was like 32 degrees Fahrenheit, steeply cold, like freezing temperature cold. So we did that yesterday. We had Thanksgiving dinner. It was just pretty chill. Honestly, pretty chill. It was my dad's 61st birthday. It was just like a good day overall. And plus, I needed that family time. I haven't seen my parents in like 4 days. And 4 days is a lot for me. I usually see my parents every single day. But not seeing them for like a couple days feels weird. And I'm usually like having them, like I have them around all the time. But I'm a person who's like an introvert, but an extrovert, but loves being around family. And when I'm not around family, it feels weird. And I get sad and depressed and don't want to do anything. So I'm just like, I needed that time for myself to like be with family and live my life the way I want to live it. And it felt nice. It felt good. I needed that rejuvenation. But I don't know. It just feels good to be happy again. Now, will I go through a funk again? Probably so, because that's just the way of a Pisces mind of overly complicating things to the highest extent. But either way, I think I'm going to leave you off here, because we're going to go ahead and hop into the real-time tour. As you all know, I say this all the time, but I have to say this house is probably one of my favorites as of right now. I go through waves of liking builds and not liking builds, but this one in The Sims 2 is relatively nice. It's simple, it's small, very quaint, very dainty, in a very secluded neighborhood, and I believe in Desiderata Valley, that came with The Sims 2 free time, by the way. Love that pack, by the way. But I had so much fun. I did kind of low-key decorate it for Christmas a little bit. I don't think I added in a Christmas tree anywhere. I was going to, but I didn't. So I decided to decorate the front door with a wreath, because, Christmas is around the corner. Might as well add something in here as we can. But overall, this house is pretty small for what it is on the inside, but on the outside it looks quite big. It is a 2-story, 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. I did add in a little garden area, greenhouse as you will call it. And of course your Sims can come in here and plant whatever they want to based on their skill, because I realized the more you plant, the better your skill expertise gets, and then you'll be able to like plant more than just tomatoes. Of course you can make eggplants, other things such like that, as you kind of get a little bit higher into the mix. But then overall, I do like this little dainty little garden. I might actually play this sim for a little bit for myself off camera and kind of share my little bits and bops of what I've been doing lately. But besides that, the inside is actually probably actually pretty quaint and nice. It's like so calming and cool looking because I did want to add in some seating in here, and of course somewhere your Sims can actually read some books. If they don't want to go into the living room and go on the computer, they can come in here in the front entrance area and just chill for a little bit. And they even have their own little house phone right here, so they get a ring on the telephone. They can call up, answer the phone, do what you gotta do, call a taxi. You've got your phone right here. And I also added a security camera because, you know, Sims 2 Sims do be getting robbed left and right. More than the Sims 1 Sims, and I guess maybe Sims 3, but Sims 2 is notorious of getting robbed a lot. And personally, small, quaint, and lovely. I was gonna add in something in here, but of course you can do whatever you want. It's like a small little storage closet, so I didn't add anything. Of course, because your Sims might accumulate a few things in their lifetime, you know, from their kids, grandkids, themselves, their jobs, whatever it might be, stick it in the closet for later usage. But then for the living room, office, and kitchen area, now this is where I got a little bit confused with this one because I didn't really know how I was going to make this open floor planned area look nice. And I kind of went with what I kind of knew the best, and stuck with what I knew. Adding this couch, armchair, coffee table, TV, video game station, desk, computer, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself a home. And of course I was gonna actually close this off right here, but I was like, leave it open. Add a little bit, you know, live a little bit, see what we can do with it, and I did that. And of course, since there's not a lot of space in this home for the kitchen, I didn't add too much. I just added a sink, processor, fridge, and stove. And honestly, I think over time, if I play this household more than one hour, they might actually change this up a little bit because normally my Sims 2 houses don't look like this. They look a little bit better and more cluttered than this, but sake of my Sims budget and what we're working with, I didn't want to give them much stuff to begin with, so I gave them the bare minimum. And of course their upstairs is probably a little bit more better than their downstairs because the floor looks fancier. They got more furniture up here to last them a lifetime. All they really need technically is a mini fridge and they're good to go. But I did add in a Murphy bed because I thought Murphy beds were like kind of convenient. You can put them up, put them down. They're not deadly, but they can be deadly. But then I also added in an easel, workout machine, a mirror, and I think a stereo as well, so you can work out while you listen to music, talk to yourself in the mirror, practice some romance, gussy up a little bit, and maybe even paint a little bit. You know, do what you gotta do to live a little bit in this life of The Sims 2. And then the bathroom is just a bathroom. What can I tell you? But either way, like I said, I do hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what videos you want to see next, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!